You are going live. You're live.
Hi everyone. This is Maureen Amari of Amari Baking Center, and we're live. Yay! Thank you for joining us. If you join us, say hi, comment, love bubbles, lots of other stuff. So today we are going to be doing a whole lot of stuff, something different. We're gonna do a decoration of cupcakes because you know, it's just nice to do different things. And I know sometimes you might do cupcakes and you have to decorate them and you don't want to do the usual thing that everybody does. So that's what we'll be covering today. Okay, so before I start, little update. One, we'll be Nyeri next week. So if you're in the Mount Kenya region, anywhere near Nyeri, Karatina, Othaya, all those places, make sure you sign up for our classes. We're still taking bookings until Sunday. So call, inbox, and we'll give you details and you can be able to book the class. So see you next week. We'll be sharing more stuff about what we're doing in Nyeri next week because we're all going to be there. Second thing, we'll be having classes in May. That's basic cake making and decoration, basic bread making and pastries. Make sure if you're interested, join us. And by the way, even our intermediate class will be in May. So we'll leave a link on our classes and then you can just like let us know if you're interested. Anybody joining us?
Trifana.
Hi, Trifana! Yeah! Woohoo! I think I'll start giving presents for the first people who show up next time. Not now.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao! Hi, Joe. It's been so long. Thank you for joining me. Anyone else? All right then, guys. We will get this party started on this Friday. So Ellie can just kind of come down here so I can show you guys what we have. So we have cupcakes that I've pre-decorated and some I haven't. And today it looks really busy. So this is some of the things I'm going to be teaching you how to make with chocolate, with fondant, and some with cake, right? So as you take a look at that, let me get my chocolates over here. Okay then. Oh, and by the way, today I'm so excited. We got our books. All right, so I've written a book on how to start up a small baking business successfully. Woohoo! So we were out of printed copies. We've just gotten restocked. Okay, so they're stocked at Top Server Limited. Make sure you get your copy. However, I'll be giving away 2 copies today for a lucky person. However, if you have a printed copy and you win, I'll give you something else. However, if you don't, please make sure you get that book. Okay?
Judy and Jerry says I'm on.
Hi, Judy. Thank you for joining me. Woohoo! Amari students up in here. Thank you for always joining me. Still waiting for you people to do these homeworks. Okay, this is episode 12. Make sure you share what you do, please. All right, then. So I'll get started. So today I have many things that I want to show you how we decorate with. But I'm going to start with the thing that's going to take long to dry so that at least it can be drying as we're continuing with everything else, okay? So right here we have some melted chocolate, and today I'm decided to use some white chocolate, and this is just white compound chocolate. You can get it at cake supply shops. All right, so that's what I'm going to be using right now. And what you want to do, you want to melt it, then put it in a disposable piping bag, or just a piping bag that you can be able to pipe with. And you can pipe just with a bag, or you can put a small round tip like number 2 or number 3, and then just use that. So I'm going to pour this in here.
Lisbeth Chilezi Komatso says love from Malawi.
Hi! Wow, exciting, from Malawi. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited to have people from the diaspora joining us. It's always so much fun.
Valentine Isaac says hi.
Hi, Valentine Isaac.
Rita Nampaso.
Hi, Nampaso.
Look at how
Rita.
bubbly you are, tuned.
Oh my god. I love what I do. That's why I'm bubbly. So give me some love bubbles, because I'm bubbly like that. Thank you so much for joining me. I love when you guys join me. Okay? So I've placed my white chocolate in a little, I love using this because you just snip at the end and you're just good to go. So you don't have to use this, but I like using them because I can put in the chocolate and it doesn't pour. I just get to snip it now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to snip the end over here. I like snipping this off so it doesn't get in the way. All right, and then I make sure my chocolate's coming out, and it is. So good to go. So now get like a little piece of parchment paper or greaseproof paper, and you just set there. So I want to show you different ways you can make like something maybe like this. Okay, so I hope you can see this. First, I'll put chocolate on the parchment paper, like maybe let's see if we can do a love heart. So white chocolate tends to be real fluid when it's melted, so you have to take it really slowly and be careful with it. And then now you can use a toothpick, but I like getting lollipop sticks, and then I cut these lollipop sticks in half, and you can get these in cake supply shops like Top Serve. And then I come again and do a second layer just to make it nice and thick. So it's like making your own chocolate lollipop. It's awesome. Okay, so once I do that, I'm gonna place this on the side for a bit. You can leave it that way or take some sprinkles and make it fun. All right, so I'm gonna sprinkle. You do this when it's wet, so you know it gets time to dry up. And I'm gonna leave that over there. All right, so while this is drying, I'll just leave it here. The next thing I'm gonna do, you can do little shapes that you're going to put on your cupcakes later. So I'm gonna attempt a little butterfly shape. So like a little head there with a little body. I'm not being anatomically correct here, so don't judge. Draw your little butterfly. I'm gonna keep it real simple. So if you have a piping tip, like a round piping tip, it might be a little more thinner, okay? So I'm gonna wait for that to dry just a little bit. I'm not going to make it a butterfly yet. So the next thing I'm gonna do is another shape. So we're gonna get flowery over here. I'm sure some of you have seen this before. Okay, we just want to make little chocolate decorations that will dry up and then we can use them. Okay, so those two, this one and this one, I'll leave to dry up by themselves. So let me place them on the side. But now what I'll do for this other one, if you want your butterfly to look like a real butterfly, we put a book like this, and then you place it in the book like so. And then you let it dry that way. So it looks like a butterfly in flight. Okay, so I'll set that aside. Anyone joining us?
Wangui, Jacqueline says Hamjambo joining from faraway land.
Where's faraway land, Wangui? Hello. As long as you're within Africa, you're not far away, girl. You are close. Okay? So make sure you keep your chocolate nicely. Empty it, and then you can always melt it later. So we're gonna leave those chocolate decorations to be setting right now, okay?
Okay, Richard Nampaso asks, where do you get your parchment paper?
I get my parchment paper from Top Serve Limited. They sell one roll, I think for 10 bob, or you can buy 15 or 10 mini rolls, or a rim if you're really busy. So I love getting from there. You can get like, I think places like Top Serve, or yeah, let me just say Top Serve for now because the other place I think is closing. So yeah, get it from a cake supply shop, okay? So chocolate done, we'll let that set, okay? So the other thing I wanted to show you is if you have just leftover cake, like I have this leftover red velvet that I made yesterday. And if you want, you can get our recipe book, Rich Cakes. It has that red velvet. And you just take little cutters, like this cutter right here, and you just kind of cut out shapes. So cut out shapes. So you can do a love heart or a circle, anything like that. And then, you know, for these extras, just, you know, eat them. Nice little snack, okay? So what I did is I made this little cutouts that I can use later. So we're gonna set those aside so we can do chocolate decorations, we can do little cake. Then the other thing that you can do for your frosting is like, if you're the kind of person who uses fondant a lot, you can just roll out your fondant and cut it into little shapes. And then because you want it to stick to your little cupcake, all you do is take a toothpick, something like this. Let me just show you. Take a little toothpick. Toothpick come out. When you've cut your fondant like this, just make sure it's a little thick. And then you just insert inside, like so. All right. Now this has been drying for a bit, so it tends to crack. So you want to do what I did, which was roll out and then put it in right away like that. Okay. So with these, and then I've just showed you chocolate decorations with white chocolate. Guess what? You can also do it with dark chocolate. And then look, it literally dries up like this, and you can be able to use it. And actually what you need to buy is these lollipop sticks, also gotten from Top Serve Limited or other cake supply shops. They look like this. Okay, now just like the lollipops you usually do. But what I do, because I want these things not to be so long, unless you're using it on a cake, I tend to cut mine into half. Right? If you just get your knife really hot and you just cut into half, you have that. However, you can also use a skewer like so. You know, just cut it into little pieces. And of course, if you don't have anything else, just use a toothpick. It works the same. Okay. So now I will start assembling my cupcakes. Any questions so far?
Maggie Sugar says, hey Maureen.
Hi Maggie! Oh my god, hi! Nice to have you join us.
Rachel says, doing a great job.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I love when you guys hang out with me. I appreciate it. Make sure you hang out with me every Friday. I give away good stuff. Okay? So what I did, I have all these cupcakes here ready for you guys. Just so you get an idea. I'll make sure I leave a recipe. By the way, I have a recipe for these awesome, nice, fluffy, sweet cupcakes. So I have some chocolate buttercream in one of them. And then the other ones, I've just used non-dairy cream frosting, Puratos or Ambiente. Just whip it up nice and just, use that. So when you're starting off with your cupcake, obviously, it's going to be bare like this. So I just wanted to tell you, number one, if you want your cupcakes to look really nice. Okay. This one, I've just used a star tip number 18. Okay, star tip number 18 to do this. So if I'm not looking for real fancy or that's all you have, just do this. Of course, you can pile it up on top if you want. But you know what works the best for piling on top? This one, okay, non-dairy. And then today I'm using, let me see what it is. It's a Wilton 1M. Wilton 1M. Okay, it's like a star, but it's open. Okay, now why I love it, I'm about to show you why I love this thing, is because it gives you so much volume. So I'll just start from the side, sort of like I'm doing a rosette, right? And then I can just pile up on top here like that. Isn't that pretty? If anybody thinks that's pretty, please, can I get some love bubbles? Or you can just go around first and then apply pressure like that. Beautiful cupcakes right there. I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay, so go around and then apply a lot of pressure and then lift up. So see how pretty that looks? Just beautiful. Okay, so just whip up some non-dairy cream frosting, put it in a bag, put your 1M Wilton tip, which is like an open star, and then just get going. So the first thing I'm going to show you on how to decorate this, okay, are sprinkles. Most of us just end up using sprinkles. So we're going to start with sprinkles, okay? Just let it rain, sprinkles. That's how we do that, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you see why I love this tip? It gives you little ridges where you can just, your sprinkles just lay on them. I mean, how amazing is this? How many likes? How many loves?
Lots.
Thank you, guys. I can go now to the sprinkles. I think I'll stop there. Sprinkle addiction. So, there we go. I'm going to put that there aside. There. Okay? Then, I will show you the next thing you can do. So, I'm going to line them up as we do them, just so we get an idea of everything we did today. So on this one, what else can you do? Well, my little love heart, remember my little cakes? And it doesn't have to be red velvet. This just happened to be what I have. Make sure you have nice flat ones. I'm going to use this one. And you just kind of stick it in there. And look how pretty it looks like. Yeah? That's it. Imagine. Unique, amazing, and all you do is just kind of stick that little love heart on top there, and it's amazing. It's amazeballs. Okay? So that's one way of doing it. So we'll set this aside. And over there. How awesome is that? Oh my God. And by the way, you don't have to put sprinkles if you're not a sprinkle addictive like I am, you can have a plain one like this one. So, you know, there we go. Woohoo! Sprinkles everywhere. How many likes, how many loves for that?
Lots and lots.
Woohoo! Thank you very much. Cupcake fun right here today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just loving this. So, okay. So, the next thing, remember, we've done chocolate decorations. Then sprinkles. We've done cake. We've done chocolate butterflies. Next thing we're going to do is my little fondant thing. So, remember, I told you all you have to do is get a toothpick and stick your fondant in there. And, you know, also you can even do this on a cake or even on a chocolate cupcake and write a message. You can write it with royal icing, or maybe you can write it with like edible marker pen. So yeah, you can do that. So make sure we stick this little fondant pieces of ours, woo, on there. We on fire today. Okay, so there we go. Any questions, Ellie? Anybody saying hi?
Sarah Irongo says, I love watching your videos.
Thank you, Sarah. I love when you hang out with me. It's awesome. So I don't know if you guys can see us. Take a look at those cupcakes. Recording? Just hold on. F4G. Don't understand. Just let it keep going, trying to go live. Because look, shows live. It's not recording, trying to go live. Just give it time. Be patient for a bit. This guy. Hi guys, we're so sorry for the interruption. I think we had a little network problem. So, if you can see me clearly and hear me clearly, please comment, please say something so that I can know that you're still with us. So sorry about that. Can you just like say anything? Say hi. Tell me if you can see me. Technical difficulties. Sorry. Anyone, Ellie? We'll wait for you guys to say hi. Sorry, just some issues we're having. But we're pretty sure. I look at Cupcakes as we take a look. Just you know, you keep telling me I'm not right, so. right, I hope you guys can see me. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna wait for you guys to say something.
Maggie says we're good now.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you for hanging out with me. Sorry if we lost anyone. Stick with us. I promise it's worth it. I'll try and finish up. So we're gonna recap what I was doing before we continue. Maybe Ellie can show us some of what we did. So we had sprinkles right there. Okay, then we had some cake with shapes. Then we did some chocolate decorations, butterflies. And we have our little chocolate lollipops. And we have our fondant toppers, okay? So, the other thing that you can do when you're decorating your cupcakes is chocolate, okay? Or candy, actually. Any kind of sweet you can buy that is really interesting, but chocolate is usually better. You can cut them in pieces or do them whole. Usually, you can do something like this. So this is just chocolate. Just stick it in there, right? That's all you need to do. Stick some chocolate in there, okay? And I can actually put some on the side also. Let's stick another piece of chocolate there, because nobody can ever have enough chocolate. So yeah, you know, buy little fudge things or just like some chocolate and just kind of make sure you stick it there. And I'm gonna put it here in my little collection of cupcakes. So we have a little bit left, so we can see what we're gonna see what we can finish off with on top of this. Now remember when I was doing my little decorations, I did a little shape, like a flower shape like this, okay? So I'm gonna remove that little shape. Let's see if it comes out nicely. Make sure you're careful so your chocolate doesn't actually break. And if you're joining us again, please make sure you say hi. We're sorry for all these little interruptions we're having. I think we're just having some network issues. And I had done another one with, you know, dark chocolate. Just want to mix that up like that. Woohoo! How awesome is that, man? How awesome is that? So there you go. More chocolate decorations, okay? Now another thing you can do is fruit. Let me see if I have some fruit here. I did some bananas, okay? Even though, you know what's better? Strawberries, grapes, you know, depending on what you're doing. So today I just had bananas on hand. You can do some banana slices, but make sure you put them like right before people eat them, or wash them in some lemon juice so they don't turn dark so much. Even apples, just run them through some lemon juice so they don't turn black, because they tend to do that and it doesn't look so pretty. But do it like the last minute before you actually serve them. So there's my fruit situation right there. So the last thing I'm gonna do is just stick this little white chocolate, you know, thingies I had in there. So be careful once again. So you can see why I cut my lollipop. You see my lollipop is really Alright, we're so sorry guys about the interruptions. I think we'll just stop for today. Maybe we'll do this again next week. We will give out stuff next week, I think. Sorry for the interruption. So, maybe take a look at the cupcakes and we'll call it a day. I'm so sorry guys. We'll do this again another time. So